Hey everyone, it's Johnny, your independent Scentsy consultant. Welcome back to my channel, and today we are going to be talking about a huge fragrance feedback. I have a ton of empties that I've just kind of been lazy and I didn't really want to do the video, and then they piled up, and then it becomes a whole mess. So we have a ton. There's a bunch. Most of these are Scentsy. There are a few non-Scentsy things, but I apparently just decided that I was in a Scentsy warming kick almost exclusively for this time around, so we'll dive in. There's some from the Valentine's Day collection, I think it was. There's the 3 from the Easter collection. There's the 4 Harry Potter ones. There's, I think, most of the 10 new releases. There's the Vitamin SRQP, LMNOP collection that we had. I don't know. There's a bunch in here. And then there's some other random ones. So without further ado, let's dive in. And because I just kind of flayed them onto the floor, splayed them, whatever. Flayed would be like removing their... Anyways, we're just going to go in whatever order my hand grabs them. So first off, we have a washer whiffs tub. This is not wax, shocking. I know. This is great if you want to scent boost your laundry. You can also, fun fact, you can sprinkle it onto your carpet. I mean, maybe spot test before you'd use it on like a white carpet or something. But sprinkle it on your carpet, use it like, and then vacuum it up, and it also does like scents the carpet and room, kind of like you would with any other sort of carpet fresh thing. You can do that with these. It works pretty well. It's not going to be like a long lasting scent, but it will last at least through the day or so, maybe a little bit longer depending on how long you leave it to sit in there. Anyways, I use this mostly for laundry though. I love the scent. It's Quiver. It is a very romantic sort of scent. I kind of wish they'd bring this back in the bar, so that I could put it in my club, but in the meantime, that is Quiver. Let's move on to some wax. So, starting with Born to Shine. This is a Glam Collection Scentsy bar. It's a citrus, kind of musky cashmere. It's like cozy cardigan, but citrus instead of like blush rose and suede and that sort of vibe. It's nice. It has a warmth to it. It's a sort of softer scent. But I don't know. I like it. I don't love it. It's not in my club, but I enjoyed warming it. So there's that. Moving on, I have an old bar of Rosewood and Freesia. This is a scent monster. It is woodsy. It is floral. It's a little bit soapy, a little bit pungent. If you like those more pungent, biting florals, this is going to be something that you might want to find at some point. But, I thought I was going to be, like, really head over heels about it because of the wood notes in it, but, like, I feel that it's more rose than rosewood, and it's a lot. So, yeah, that's that one. Moving on, this is from our 10 new releases, White Amber and Teak. I absolutely adore this scent. It's in my club. It's going to be, like, a ride or die scent. It's a great performer, lasts forever, and you get that really nice earthy, woodsy, sort of teak. It's not really dirt earthy, but it's grounded sort of deeper wood tone rather than something like a lighter wood or like a balsam scent. And then you get the amber. It's just such a nice, simple, and yet complex scent all at once. And it's not trying to be a million things. And I actually appreciate that it is just that. So if you like teak scents, if you like amber woodsy sort of semi-masculine scents, this is definitely one to try. All right, next I went through an old bar of Kahika Hula. It's a tropical scent. I feel like there's bananas in here too, bananas and pineapples and probably like mangoes and who knows whatever else. It doesn't do much for me. It's a tropical fruity scent, and it kind of just fits into that echelon of things, and that's all I got. But if you like it, great. Next we have Grandma's Orchard. It's an apple scent. It's an apple and spice scent. It's not as heavily spiced as something like a baked apple pie scent. It's kind of like if you had gotten your apples from the orchard and started baking them or simmering them in a pot with like water and spices. It's kind of like the aromas you evoke. It is a great scent. I like this better than some of the more heavy apple spice scents, but it is kind of like an apple spice scent. So just be aware of that. Next we have Lemon Sorbet. This is, I mean, Lemon Sorbet, it's kind of like its moniker in this case. It's pretty accurate. The sweetness of like the sugary tone to it kind of balances out the bitterness or pungency that a lemon tends to have. So of our lemon scents, this tends to be one that I really enjoy more than, say, like Squeeze the Day or some of the other ones that have quite different scent profiles as they're warming. So if you've never tried this, try to get your hands on a bar of it. It's really good if you like lemony scents. Next, we have Cinderella Happily Ever After. I'm waiting for mine, trust me. Anyways, this is a wonderful scent. If you like scents like Spring Has Sprung or fresh sort of cut bouquets of flower scents, that's kind of what this one is. It's a fresh floral scent. It's not super powdery. There's nothing of that in there. It's not dried dead powder. It's not rose heavy. It's not lush gardenia heavy. Like, it's just a nice fresh cut like bouquet of flowers you picked up at the flower shop or at Trader Joe's or wherever you went. And it's nice. And you get a little bit of dewiness. You get a little bit of that aquatic note to it. But it's not overwhelming and pungent and obnoxious. So I like this. This one is in my club right now. I don't know if it's still available. I think the Cinderella collection that we released is gone vominos at this point. But if it's still available, try to get your hands on the bar. Actually, it might be. It might just be. Because I don't remember hearing anything about it going away yet. Next, we have You're the One. This is from our Valentine's collection. This is my favorite one of the 3 that we released. This is a dewy, aquatic, lush scent. If you like that sort of spa, bathroom vibes, you know, like when you get out of the shower, it's kind of steamy, kind of dewy, fresh scented, clean. That's what this scent is. If you like scents like Mineral Oasis, if you like maybe aloe water and cucumber sort of vibe scents, there's no cucumber in this, but if you like that sort of vibe, you're probably going to like this. Or if you like Daydream Oasis, you'll probably enjoy this one. It's very similar. Next, we have Joy and Wonder. We're all over the place. This is from our winter collection. This is interesting. There's a deep berry note to the otherwise like aquatic. I said aquatic so many times that this is not aquatic at all. This is a spicy, sort of rich winter cozy scent. You get like a currant, I believe, in there. There's like a berry note. There's a woodsy quality to this. And then there's like that sort of spicy warmth, but it's not like your traditional Christmas spice scents. So there's a little bit more variety to it, and I think that the undertones of fruitiness kind of uplift this scent a little bit. It's kind of unique in that sense compared to some of the other ones. It's not quite like a traditional holiday scent that you'll find. So I like this one. It's in my club right now. It may be removed from there, but it is a good scent. Next, Dancing Sugar Plums. I had to borrow this. This is plums and cinnamon sugar, and like it's basically plum and spice, right? It's a nice scent. It's kind of soft. It doesn't perform throughout the day. My problem is it kind of futzes out halfway through the day, and I like plum scents, but this one just kind of like doesn't quite meet the mark that other ones do. So, you know, it's kind of like when you have like 3 or 4 or 5 of the same scent in a row and they're all kind of the same and you like them all. How do you narrow down to the one that is worth keeping in your club or the ones that are worth keeping? This one is nice, but it's not like, oh my God, gotta have it. At least not for me. Next, we have Squeeze the Day. This is a lemon scent. It's lemon and like vanilla sugar or something like that. Vanilla cream, I don't know. This starts out as a very strong vanilla scent with a sweetness, and as it the vanilla scent, a strong lemon scent. And once it kind of starts to fade through the day, it becomes more of like a vanilla, not quite burnt, but vanilla cream, warm sugar sort of scent, as opposed to a lemon scent. And yeah, I don't like it. It's like one of those ones where I don't mind it in the onset of warming, but as it continues, I like it less and less over the course of the day. But it's not like I need to pull it out of my warmer sort of thing, but I just lose my zest for this particular citrus. All right. Next, we have Pineapple Mango. This is one of our 10 new releases. This is another one, just kind of like what I just mentioned. Starts out really great, authentic pineapple mango sort of scent. Very fresh, very like juicy, ready to go, ripe pineapple, ripe mango. Beautiful scent, great performer. But as it fades through the day, it becomes almost like whatever pineapple mango compost, which sounds like a terrible, it's not that bad, but it kind of goes from being this beautiful, fresh, tropical escape to being kind of like, what is in the warmers right now? Like, are you burning pineapple or something? Like, what's happening? So this is a scent where, again, I really like it, and I think maybe in a room spray or in like, I don't know if we have it in scent pods, I'd have to look, but in something where it doesn't necessarily change its throw or, you know, composition over the course of its existence, it would be very good to have. But in wax, it's kind of like, be ready at a certain point to pull it out of your warmers, because it doesn't smell quite as good. Next, another new release. This is Appletini Splash. This is basically like a green candied apple. Like, think of Johnny Appleseed, but instead of quite an apple peel note, it's more of like a green candied apple. And it does kind of lend towards that like drink mixer green apple sort of scent flavor, more than it does like a true green apple. It's nice. I prefer like red apple scents, I think, over green, unless they're done very specifically. But it's a nice twist from the traditional red juicy apples. So there is that. Moving on, we have Together Forever. This is from our Valentine collection. This one I don't like. It smells like shampoo or like a mature lady's perfume or powder shampoo, or, you know, like maybe she went to Bath and Body Works and bought like the whole collection, like the whole line of this fragrance, and like lives in this and bathes and breathes and spritzes this scent all over her existence. That's what this smells like. And it's not my cup of tea. It's like maybe you could have gone out with like the body wash and maybe the body cream. Did you really need the fragrance mist and the perfume and the roll-on and the lip balm and the hand lotion and the hand sanitizer and the scented candle too? And she just went for everything. Yeah, that's what it is. It's not quite just like shampoo. It's not quite like lotion or herbal essences-esque, but it's like we went strong and hard on this fragrance, and it's a strong, great performer. I'll give it that much, but maybe not for me. All right, next we have World Traveler. That was a lot. I had a lot of opinions on that one. World Traveler is a cologne-esque sort of masculine, maybe sort of unisex, think boardroom. It's like earthy green meets dark berries meets kind of like a little bit of a cologne vibe hint to it. And it's really good. It sounds weird. I really love this one. It's in my club. I think that even though it airs on like the masculine side of scents, it still could be very unisex, and in the right room, it could be just a clean, more grounded scent rather than like sea air or fresh breeze. It's more like earthy, clean, you know, like we're traveling the world, but we mean business. At least that is my interpretation of it today. Moving on, we have A Bar of Graduation, which I did Once Upon a Daydream. Just kidding. So this is a, like, there's leather notes in this or suede notes in this and other stuff. This to me kind of gives me like a body care sort of vibe, like shea butter, cocoa butter vibe, but it's a little bit more powdery. So it's like a powdery meets like Bath and Body Works shea butter, like the True Blue spa line. It's kind of like that. But more powdery. I don't mind it, but I don't like it as much as I thought I would. And that's after warming 2 or 3 bars of it and originally being like really excited about it and this being my favorite of the collection. Now I'm just kind of like, I've smelled better. It's not bad, but I wouldn't run out of the house to go and like stock it up. Next, we have Ruby Nectarine. Let's do this one. This is the current scent of the month for April. This is, I believe the notes are nectarine, ruby apple. I want to say there's pomegranate in this too. You get it all. You get the pomegranate. It's slightly tart, but then it's balanced off by this bright, sweet, ruby apple scent that you get. Then it's also like balanced over by the citrus of the nectarine. It's done well. It's very fruity with a burst of citrus. If you like pomegranate, if you like apple, if you like nectarine, this is a scent for you to try. And it lasts, and it lasts. It is a different kind of scent too, because it's not distinctively apple or distinctively pomegranate or distinctively citrus. Like, they've combined three in a way that we really haven't seen, at least in recent years, into a really nice balanced fragrance. So I would try this out. All right, moving right along. I keep picking this one up. So Sunburst Bamboo. This was a scent of the month for February, I want to say. It's basically bamboo and cucumber. Bamboo, cucumber, aquatic. So if you like things like aloe water and cucumber, you'll really like this. But you don't necessarily need the aloe component to that, you'll probably like this. If you like Daydream Oasis, you'll probably like this. This is more cucumbery though. So I will say you do get cucumber notes in this. So if you do not like cucumber, steer away from this scent. There are many other sort of dewy aquatic oasis scents that are not quite as cucumber heavy, but you definitely get the cucumber in this. I like it. I like the smell of bamboo. I like fresh cucumber scents. So for me, it's a win. But like I said, again, if you don't like cucumber, maybe pick a different spa-esque sort of scent. But it performs well, and it lasts all day. Next, we have... I'm sitting on something. We have... Oh, I'm sitting on Belle. Belle, Enchanted Rose. This is from the Disney Beauty and the Beast. The old one, not the newer one that we had, I think. I don't remember. Anyways, this one is... It says it's called Enchanted Rose. I get like a musky floral. Musky, powdery floral with like a hint of citrus in there, like some sort of warmth, like a sunshine warmth sort of scent. I don't really like it. It's kind of forgettable. It's not like gross smelling, but I feel like it's just kind of a forgettable, like something's warming in the background, wonder what it is, don't really care sort of scent. And it's kind of soft. So yeah, I mean, it kind of reminds me vaguely of Better Homes and Gardens, Warm Spring, or what is it? Warm Spring Sunshine? Walking on Sunshine. One of those two. Something with sunshine in the name. But it's just kind of like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. I think there are better choices out there to hunt for. But who knows? Maybe it's your favorite. Again, we all have different sniffers, so these are all my opinions. You may completely disagree, but I'm giving you my... blunt at times of reviews of these. All right, here we go. Next we have Midnight Fig. This is a ride or die scent for me. It's earthy, it's figgy. There's no powder or soapiness to this scent. There's a rich, almost romantic sort of quality to this scent. It's not necessarily masculine or feminine. It's just kind of like a romantic, almost unisex, like earthen sweetness. And I love that. I love that in this scent. I don't know what it is about it. I just can't get enough of it. I had other scents that I thought I loved that were fig-based. They can all move over for this one. This one I stocked up on. It's in my club. I am so happy for it, and forever will it stay there. So, side note, as we're going through these, if you're struggling with, like, paring down Scentsy Club, maybe I'll do a video on Scentsy Club at some point. If you're struggling on, oh my gosh, my club is now getting out of control, how do I pare down? Find those scents, like, for me, like Midnight Fig, that are your ride or die scents that you can't, it's not even a question. Like, you're just like, oh my gosh, that has to be here or I will lose my mind. Those are the scents that really, in my opinion, are club worthy. The other ones that you might really like, it's good to have them here and there for like a couple seasons or whatever you want to do, a couple rounds. But know the difference, like if you're starting to have an overwhelmingly too large club for your budget, use that kind of general rule. Like if it doesn't, like as Marie Kondo would probably say, chew, spark joy, you know, which ones are the ride or dies, and if it doesn't fit that, then it's okay to get rid of. Even if you're like, oh darn, you know. But anyway, moving on. That was our intermission, our halftime show. Birthday Wishes is next from the Moment by Moment collection. This is basically a softer version of Happy Birthday. I like this one better. I feel like Happy Birthday gets too nauseatingly sweet on the icing note. This is more cake, like vanilla cake note, than it is the icing part. And so I tolerate and or enjoy this a lot more. But it's, you know, again, I don't necessarily need to have a birthday cake scent in my club at all times because I'm not celebrating my birthday all the year round. And, you know, maybe on my birthday I want Midnight Fig. Who knows? Pink Haze is next. This is, I don't particularly like this. Think of pink cotton, but minus the cotton. That's basically what this is. I think I've said that every time I've brought this scent on for any sort of review, but that's really what it is. It's like the pink berries note and sweetness that you get from pink cotton, but you don't have the cotton note to it. So if you like pink cotton, you'll probably like this. If you don't like pink cotton, I would maybe avoid this. Unless you only don't like it because you don't like the cotton note. Then maybe do not avoid this. I don't know. All right, moving on. I got a Bora Black Raspberry Vanilla. This is one of our, like, signature. Everyone seems to be pretty much fine with this scent. It's like the safe scent to pick if you've never really tried a whole lot from us. That's what it is. It's deep, rich black raspberries and a soft, subtle vanilla. It's nice. It's a very simple, non-complex, out there sort of fragrance. So yes, in that sense, it is very safe. And it's a very inoffensive scent. You know, it's not a heavily vanilla scent. It's not a heavily berry scent. It's just a nice, deep sort of background, medium sort of scent that goes on. I wouldn't say this is a powerhouse performer, but I also wouldn't say this is really soft. Like you definitely smell it, but it's a nice scent. It's just simple. All right, next we have, the vitamin, oh, no, let's do this one first. Let's do Mulan. This is an old one, True to Your Heart. This smells like a musky potpourri. As opposed to a fresh potpourri. Anyway, you get that, like, almost like dried florals note to this, and I don't particularly think much of it. I remember people being like, oh my gosh, if you can find this, try it, the Princess Collection. It's not winning anything for me. If anything, there's like a baby powder note to it. It's kind of like musky potpourri meets slight hint of baby powder. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I don't think that's what I envision when I think of being true to your heart, but hey, maybe that's what it is. Dried florals and baby powder. All right, next we have another of our new releases. This is Summer Moonlight. This was, I want to say it's like sweet pea or freesia. I think it's sweet pea and sandalwood and something. And I was kind of leery about it when I first smelled it. If you saw my 10 new releases, cold sniffs, whatever video, I was a little on the fence about it. Oh my God, this is a ride or die scent for me, or at least pretty darn close to one. It's in my club. It's going to stay there. It's a great performer, and this is one of those scents where, like I say, sometimes when you warm something, it smells different than on cold. And some of the parts that on cold, I was like, I don't know about this scent. They did not exist when I warmed it. Like, it transformed just simply from being cold to being warm. Love this scent. Love, 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 love. So, it must be a thing because I like Summer Holiday, and I'm liking Summer Moonlight. I like the Summer Rain scent. So apparently, you know, if there's like summer in the name, most likely I'm going to enjoy the scent. Irony at its finest. It's a great performer, lasts all day. Check it out. Definitely club-worthy in my opinion. Something that is not club-worthy in my opinion, unless you love candy and sweetness, is Big Hero 6's Would You Like a Hug? And I'll be honest with you, I would love a hug, but not if it smells like this. This is like sweet, artificial, strawberry, candy, and then some. It's just a candy scent. So if you like that cloying, sweet, candy, strawberry, sugary scent, you'll probably love this one. It's a strong performer. Oh, let me tell you. I had to take it out of my warmers. It was too sweet for me. But if you want your house to smell like basically hard candies, this is the scent for you. It will not disappoint. Next, we have a bar of Scarlet Sunflower. This is from our fall-winter catalog. I don't think we have it right now. But this is like apples meets florals. Fresh apples meets florals. It's a beautiful autumnal scent. I actually like it in spring as well. This is one of those scents, though, that I will kind of preface with that it's strong, and then it kind of just falls off. Like, there's no gradual decline. It's like either it's there or it's not. It's kind of like our old scent pistachio ice cream, where it's like it's either there and it's strong and you can smell it and it's delightful, or it's like, no, I'm sorry, goodbye. Have a nice day. That's kind of what happens with this one, but I also like it enough that I'm okay with that. So just kind of like pistachio ice cream. So again, just a side tangent. Just because something doesn't necessarily perform all day long or isn't necessarily a scent monster doesn't mean that it won't be club worthy. It could be just a beautiful scent. So just keep that in mind. We want to be, mindful and get a bang for our buck in terms of longevity and throw, but we all have our different opinions and tastes on what we really want out of a scent. And sometimes we just want a gorgeous scent, even if it's not all day long. So keep that in mind. Next, we have Bora Bora Blossom. Whee! This is a pretty soft floral scent. Little bit a little bit soapy powdery. Not super duper intense in that sort of realm, but it is a soft scent. I think my biggest gripe with it is after I just went on a tangent about like, well, it doesn't have to be a powerhouse to be a great scent. I think this is a really pretty scent. I just think it's a really soft scent. So if you are warming it in a small space, I think it'll do great. But if you're warming it in a bigger area, open concept, lots of breeze, this may get lost real easily. So just keep that in mind. Moving right along, we have It's Love. This is from our Valentine's collection. Groundbreaking, I know. It's called Love for Valentine's. Anyway, this is a sweet floral citrus sort of scent with a little bit of fruitiness to it. So it's like you get a little bit of each, and it's enough without being overwhelming in any of those categories. I had a customer who got this in the body cream and loved it to pieces. So it's a good scent. For me, it's nice. I like it. I would warm it again. It's not club worthy necessarily for me, but it is a good scent. Moving right along. Ooh, I should have gotten some water for this video. Next we have Daydream Oasis. This is club worthy. It's a beautiful scent. This is, if you remember Rainfall and Lush Greens from our Mix It Up collection, this is very close, if not like the same thing as that. It's almost the same color wax too. It's that dewy, aquatic, green, lush sort of scent. If you missed out on Mineral Oasis a season or two ago, this is a really good fill-in for that. It's a little bit stronger, a little bit greener, but it does the same sort of function. It's that beautiful spa, aquatic, like I said, think like a steamy bathroom, sort of like clean, fresh bathroom out of the shower or whatever, like that just zen quality. This one covers it. So, also, along the same vein, I'm on a kick right now on like all these dewy aquatic things, but got through Ariel, whatever, Under the Sea. A fun fact, we have a Little Mermaid Buddy and Warmer coming this month, so keep your eye out. That being said, this scent is fantastic as well. It also falls along the same category as Daydream Oasis, or I think it's You're the One, or some, you know, any of those sort of spa aquatic scents. This one has more of a floral overtone to it, though, that you don't quite get in some of the other ones that are just more aquatic dewy. You do get a flower tone to this. I don't know if it's a hibiscus. I don't think so. But it is a little bit more of a floral-based dewy aquatic rather than just dewy and aquatic. So just keep that in mind. But it's a good performer. Holy moly. Next we have Frosted Ginger Cookie. This smells like a Frosted Ginger Cookie. There is a note in this that I can't remember. It brings back a memory from when I was little, and I can't remember what it's from. Maybe baking with my grandma when I was growing up. It kind of reminds me, there's a note in this that maybe it's like the frosted note that's doing it, or like the fact that it's a ginger cookie, not just ginger or just a iced cookie, sugar cookie. But something about this reminds me kind of like making ginger snaps with my grandma, or like maybe molasses cookies even though there's not really a molasses note in this. I won't say that this is like a favorite scent of mine in the sense of, oh my gosh, I like the scent profile per se, but it does evoke kind of a memory to me of a past time, so that is kind of special. So if it does come back and to bring back my bar, which is where apparently I grabbed this once upon a time, I might pick it up and put it in my club or get a couple of bars of it. All right, next, let's move on. We have some from the Glam collection again, Sweet But Fierce. This is like a lavender, floral, something sort of scent. If you like scents like, oh, what is it called? Lavender and Violets from the Herb Life's a Garden collection once upon a time. This is similar to that. If you like Vitamin M Meditate from the Vitamin collection, this is similar to that. A little less spa, but it's that lavender, cozy, sort of, you know, curl up and enjoy sort of vibes that it's quite relaxing. I quite like it. If you like lavender scents, basically, you'll like that one. All right, Vitamin R, Vitamin Relax. This is a slightly soapy citrus. I wasn't particularly fond of the scent. I didn't hate it, but it just kind of, over time, kind of reminded me like, oh, I just cleaned my house with floor cleaner that was orange scented, and it's now lingering. So it's like clean and fresh, but soapy. It's not bad, but I wouldn't necessarily say that it was relaxing for me personally, but you know, not a bad scent. It did perform well, just not my particular favorite. I did, however, get surprised by Vitamin U Unwind. This one is like pink lemons and sugariness. It kind of reminds me of like a fresher version of Sugar, if you remember that scent, which is like lemon drops and like cotton candy, I want to say. That one's a little bit more muted and a little bit more like artificial sweetness, refreshing. This is like if you took that and made it into more of a fresh, non-candy-esque sort of version. So it's like the lemons, but like fresh notes of sugar, like maybe a little honey in there. Like the sweetness is more like right there, as opposed to it's been boxed up and stored for a while. A really great scent, though. I like that one more than I thought I would. Next, we have Vitamin M Meditate. This is the lavender-based one. And this is like a lavender spa. I love this scent. You get like a sort of freshness to this that kind of balances out the lavender note. It's not like an herbal, like medicinal lavender. It's more of a sweet, like floral, soft lavender. It's a really nice balanced scent. Definitely a keeper. That one's in my club for sure. Vitamin S, Soothe. This is like a sea salty air with like a hint of like a citrus note, I think, in here. Like there's a lemony tone, undertone, or overtone to this. But it's like, if you're a fan of By the Sea, it's like a more muted, slightly lemon version of that. It's not bad by any means, but it's just not like necessarily club worthy for me. It's a good scent though. All right, then we have, somewhere in here is the other vitamin one hiding. It knows that I'm going to not give it the review that it wants. Too bad. Where did it go? All right, well, I'll find it in a second, and then we'll go over it. But that, anyways, there's the other one in here somewhere. Ah, there it is. Haha, Vitamin Inhale. This one I don't like. This is like green, lush greens meets like soap. It's like that Ivory Spring or Spring, whatever it's called, Irish Spring soap bar. That's what I get from this. It's like bar soap and green. And it's not bad. I mean, it's fresh, but I don't want to inhale soap, so maybe not. I think they were going for like the outdoorsy green tone, but I think it just came across a little too soapy as opposed to fresh, and that didn't really work for me. All right, next we have Clementine Cupcake. This is one of our other 10 new releases for this season, and that's what it is. It's a cupcake with clementine. It's not a clementine with cupcakes. It's definitely a cupcake with that sort of orange quality to it without being like just straight up orange muffin quality. It's nice. I'm not a huge bakery person. It does perform well. It's medium, maybe medium soft even, I would say, for a bakery quality scent. I mean, it's still pretty strong, relatively speaking. Not my vibe, but it's a good scent. All right, Faithful Friends, Lady and the Tramp is next. This, I know that it's like berries and floral. I don't remember which type, but every time I see this, I want to think that, especially because it's a deep red wax, I want to think that it's like tomato sauce or like, and so every time I try and like warm this or smell this, all I get is like berry floral tomato sauce or like berry floral ragu, which sounds bizarre. It kind of works in a weird way. Not a fan though. Like this is not in my club. There's no tomato note in this. It's like a berry floral. But I cannot, like my mind cannot process this as anything other than like a sweet tomato sauce scent. But hey, what? I mean, I guess that's not a terribly bad thing. My mind automatically associates it because of the movie. All right. Coconuts for Coconuts is next. This is, as you guessed it, a coconut scent. Shocking. This is one of our new releases. It is kind of soapy. It's more sandy on like the coconut sand sort of vibe from, is it Better Homes and Gardens or Sensationals? I don't remember. One of those two. It gives me that. It's more of that sandy, musky quality. It does have a little bit of like it's funny, my roommate when I was warming this came out and is like, is that nail polish I smell? So apparently to the right nose, this can also have sort of like that chemically nail polish pungency more than just the coconut. So maybe either tone down how much you use or just be mindful of it, that there's airflow in the room, because otherwise it apparently can become a little bit noxious. It's interesting though. I didn't quite get that until he had pointed it out, so I was like, interesting. So it just goes to show you, different noses can smell different things about different scents. All right, next we have another graduation bar. We're not going to talk about that. We already did. Hey Tiger Lily. This is the March scent of the month. This is a sort of soapy, powdery lily scent. Hint of citrus. Hint of green, but it's very much a lily scent. Like if you don't like lily as a fragrance, it is a powdery sort of floral. You're not going to be super fanatical about this. It does give me a little bit of like shampoo vibes, like a hint of that as well. It's not quite just straight up hair shampoo as opposed to body shampoo. I don't know. I like it. I don't know that I love it. I think it's a little bit just too powdery, too body soap for me, bar shampoo to me, but it's not a bad scent. Like, I like it. I don't love it. We'll go with that. All right. Next, we have Shoreline Drive. This is another one of the new releases. You can see a pattern here of what I've been warming. This is basically like By the Sea, but a variant on it. Like, if you like that sort of sea salty air, this is more air driving along the shore versus necessarily being in the sea or in the beach or whatever. There's more of that. I'm driving along air, salty air. And I kind of like it. I don't think it's necessarily club worthy for me, but I don't necessarily gravitate towards like the sea salty based fragrances. Next, we have Black Forest Pine. This was the December, I want to say, scent of the month. And it's like a smoked vanilla and pine sort of scent. It's quite interesting. If I'm in the mood for it, I really enjoy this. If I'm not in the mood for it, it's just kind of like, nah. But of the pine scents that we've had or that I've smelled in time, this is one of the ones that I find is a little bit more interesting or nice, and a little bit more like more depth to it than just, oh, it's a tree scent. There's like a smoked vanilla. There's a little bit more earthiness to it that kind of balances out just a pine scent. And it lasts and lasts and lasts. Next, we have Ghostly Greetings. This is a sandalwood, and I want to say this is sandalwood and plum. Why did I like hesitate on that? I'm pretty sure it is. Anyways, it's an amazing scent. It was like an October or September. I think it was September scent of the month, like a year or two ago. But great scent. Will stay in my club forever. It's just so nice, and it's not overwhelming, and it's somewhat simplistic in its scent throw or profile, but I don't mind that. Like, it's just what I need when I want that sort of deeper, rich, woodsy berry plum scent. All right, next we have, let's do the ones from the Easter collection. So we have Lemon Drizzle Cake. This is basically Starbucks' iced lemon loaf. You do get the lilac sugar note that they wrote in there. You do get that sort of like lilac hint. It's very interesting. Like, I would, it's like a very subtle, like, floral sugar note that you get, and it's like, oh, okay, I see you, or I smell you. I like it. I like the smell of an iced lemon loaf. I don't necessarily love it in terms of being club worthy, but it is something I don't mind warming, and it smells good. Raspberry Lollipop. If you like raspberry, you'll really like this. It is a little bit more on the candy side, hence the name Lollipop, so it's not like fresh raspberries more than it is like sweet raspberry hard candy, but it does last, and it is very much raspberry sweetness in wax form. I don't really have anything else to add to that one. It's kind of what it is. And then the third one from the Easter collection is Blueberry, I almost said Bush, Blueberry Burst. That's a different one. This one I don't like. It starts out, you think, oh, it's going to be like Blueberry Rush or like the Aladdin 3 Wishes. Like, oh man, it's going to be this great, deep blueberry scent. And then you get like this weird salted caramel, smoked caramel, burnt, whatever note underneath. And I'm just a caramel note in general. And it's just like, no thank you. It's like I appreciate them trying the combination, but I feel like the execution, at least for me, didn't work as well, because once the blueberry kind of note teeters down, then you're left with this more of like caramelized, sugary, kind of burnt quality, and it's just like, maybe not so much of a blueberry burst anymore. The burst happened, and now it's just like blueberry burnt. But you never know. Maybe it's just what you've been looking for in a scent. Hendrix is next. This is basically, think of rock and roll, or like a smoker's lounge almost kind of vibe. Like you're like at a rock concert at a bar. You know, there's a little bit of a smoky quality. You get like the tobacco notes there. It's not like burning your lung smoke or anything like that. It's more of like, and it's not quite campfire smoke, but you get like a smokiness to the air, and it gives almost like an artificial heaviness to the air if you kind of start letting your mind imagine the vibe or the setting. It's very, very cool. It's a very different sort of scent. I really like it. It's in my club right now, but you know, I know some people who are waiting for it to come back for Bring Back My Bar, and it did this previous time. Hopefully you got it to put it into a club. Or man, it's a very different scent, and I like it. All right, let's talk about Harry Potter, and then we'll go on to the non-Scentsy stuff. So, what is this? Hufflepuff Just and Loyal. This is basically, to me, I get like a caramel pear crisp. That's what it is. Like, it's very similar to that whatever scent that we had that was like caramel pear crisp. You do get pear. You don't get a whole lot of vanilla in this. Like, I know they said it's like vanilla something. Vanilla almond, maybe. I don't know. You get mostly caramel pear crisp. And it's a great kind of bakery / pear scent. It's great. It performs well. It's just not really my cup of tea. But then again, I'm not a Hufflepuff, so shocker. Next, Harry Potter, Bravery and Determination. This is Gryffindor's scent. This reminds me of like a slightly sweeter version of Around the Campfire meets Spiced Emberglow. Like if Around the Campfire and Spiced Emberglow kind of had like a love child, that's kind of what this is. And I don't dislike it, but I wouldn't say that it is particularly unique. At least out of these four, there's the upcoming ones are more unique. It's very much like Spiced Emberglow. So if you liked that, but it's not quite as heavy, maybe try grabbing this one, but just know, like, or like, it's I think you can put it in your club right now. I think if you missed Spiced Emberglow or Around the Campfire or something like that, this would be one to pick up. Next, we have a Ravenclaw Wit and Wisdom. I didn't think I was going to like this that much. On cold, it's kind of like a little too heavy for me. On warm, it is a beautiful, like, sandalwoody, like, kind of vanilla scent. It's crazy. I love this on warm. And I only just like it on cold, but this is in my club. This is definitely a masculine cologne sort of scent. If you don't like that, you probably will not like the scent. But it is a very nice, clean sort of rich cologne scent. So there's that. And I don't have the clamshell for the Slytherin one because I still have cubes in it that I'm warming. But that is my favorite. I am a Slytherin. Go figure. I like that one. But I think it's the most unique because it has like an earth oak moss. I think it's an oak moss note. I feel like there's like a dark chocolate note and something else in there. And I was like, this combination is just so unique. And it's fresh and you get the different notes. And it's like there's some subtlety to it, but then it's still a good performer. I think personally, in my biased and unbiased opinion, that the Slytherin one is the most unique in terms of scent profile compared to the other three in the collection. Like the other ones, to some degree or not, I've smelled them before in one of our many other plethora of wax. I haven't smelled Slytherin before in any other sort of scent profile that we've had. So I think that one, if you're going for like, if you only pick one to add to your club, for example, go for Slytherin just because it's so unique. You may not like it, but it's the most unique out of the bunch. All right, now we have some non-Scentsy things. We'll go through these pretty quick. Sensational Corona de Flores. This is basically Flower Crown. It's like pink rose petals and then some. It's a floral scent. Very strong, very in your face, and it works. It's kind of like if Simply Rose met some other florals, but mostly rose. Fusions Tahiti Coconut is a destination scent. This kind of reminds me of if Caribbean Sea Breeze, Hideaway, and maybe a dash of Coconut Vacay all kind of like blended together. It's a good scent. I almost think it's a dupe of one of their other lines. I almost get a little bit of hint of like By the Pool as well from that, but who knows. I found that some of their stuff is like slightly different, but just the same with a different label. So Hello Dia de los Muertes collection. Half of you are like basically variants on your normal collection. Not that it's a bad thing, but just be aware. Sensationals Summer Rain. Rainy Day. This is more of a laundry scent, whereas Scentsy's Summer Rain is more of a fresh rain scent. So if you're looking for that, I think it's coming back in our June Bring Back My Bar. That's what I was hoping this would be. It's not. So don't get this confused. If you are looking for like something similar to Scentsy's Summer Rain, just wait for Scentsy's Summer Rain to come by. This is a laundry scent. This almost gives me more like Star Wars Light Side of the Force, the upper notes of it. If you think of that scent as more of a laundry scent, this is kind of that vibe from it more than it is like a fresh rain scent. But it performs really well. Just don't mix it with certain scents because you can have a scent disaster like I did. Because I was like, I'm going to play mixology today with my scents, and it was not a good combination. Next is Flirtatious. This is a masculine kind of cologne scent, a little bit spicy. It's nice. It's a deeper, rich scent. The spice kind of lightens it up for the heaviness. I like it. I don't necessarily love it, but it's a fun scent. If you like cologne vibes, check it out if you can find it. Next is Darcy and David's Flourish. This is described as Tulips, Rich Blonde Wood, and Musk, which I was like, all for. And then I warmed it and smelled it, and I was like, wow, it's like soap meets like a weird, stringent green floral note meets musk. Like, I don't really get a whole lot of wood out of this. I think I was expecting like fresh wood and florals, and I got none of that. And it was really weird. Like the first time I warmed it, I like couldn't smell it for the life of me. And I was like, oh my God, I'm coronavirus. I don't know. But the second time it was like, just smelled like I just cleaned the house with like, I don't know, counter clean or something. But like unscented counter cleaner or whatever. Anyways, moving on. We have, Paradise Petals. There's another Scentsy one that was hiding. This is from our new releases as well. This is like neroli floral. It's like a citrus floral with a bitter note. I wasn't particularly fond of it. It does perform well, but as far as florals go, this was kind of like a no for me. But it did perform well, so I have to say that much about our new releases. They all perform pretty well. All right, next we have Cypress Sage from Threshold. That's Target Wax. This is great. This is very fresh. I expected this to be like a Christmas sort of holiday scent. This is very much a zen, like eucalyptus almost scent, like eucalyptus sage. Like if you remember Scentsy's eucalyptus wreath scent from our catalog fall winter, this is almost like that, even though it's called Cypress Sage. It's like a slightly greener tree version of that. And it's glorious. It's very fresh. It's great performer. Very surprised I love this scent, but very surprised that it was that scent. Next, we have Twilight Birch from Thresholds. This, however, was not a good one for me. This is like a womp. I wanted this to be like woodsy and amazing. It's like with notes of sandalwood and cedar. And this just became like this perfumey, pungent, musky, nightmarish sort of scent with a weird sweet overtone. And I was just like, I don't know what's going on. But when I think of woodsy scents, this is not what comes to mind. So I was not fanatical about this, but it does perform really well. I'll give it that much. Next, we have White Peach and Daisy from the Better Homes and Gardens. This is our premium line. I wasn't a fan of this one, but I'm not a fan of peach scents. I was kind of hoping this would be like a nod to apricot vanilla. It's not. It's very much like peach and then like zesty bergamot and like a little floral, and then I think there's cassis in here too, so it's like a lot of stuff that just did not add up for me to want that. But if you like peach floral scents, it does work as a peach floral scent. Just not for me. Salted Caramel and Vanilla Bean. This is also their premium line. This one, if you're a bakery gourmand lover, you'll like this scent. I didn't mind it. I think the vanilla bean and the salted caramel kind of mellow each other out, and the salted note to this, as opposed to being a sweet caramel, makes it less cloying. But again, I'm just not a huge bakery person, so I liked this, but I wouldn't necessarily run out to the store to grab it. But if you like vanilla-based scents, maybe something even like vanilla bean buttercream from Scentsy, or like salted caramel toffee or something like that. Salted butter toffee. Maybe not that one because that's more of a butter note. But if you like those sort of like caramel, vanilla sort of scents, that might be one worth picking up and trying. Next we have Pomegranate and Citron. This is what the name suggests. I can't recommend this. If you don't like citron as a scent, like, it almost overpowers the pomegranate note. Like, it's pomegranate is a nice tart, fruity berry scent, and you lose a lot of that to the citron. Like, it's almost citron with pomegranate somewhere in the background. And for that reason, this was kind of just not up my alley. It performs really well, but the blend was off for me, personally. Next, we have Sensationals Cuddle Up. This is tonka and oud and a bunch of other things. This is just a cozy, warm, like, curl up in a blanket, sort of scent in your home. Like, oh my goodness. If you like things like cozy cardigan, like a cashmere sort of quality to things, you know, like that blankety feel, you will probably love that one. Great performer. I have a stockpile of it. Lilac Blossom. This is from Tuscany Candle. This is actually a really nice lilac scent. It's not super long-lasting. And with blooming violet, so it's a lilac and violet scent, like a lot of lilac scents tend to be. This is a softer one, though, than, like, the Scentsy version or the Yankee Candle Lilac Blossom scent. It's a softer lilacs and violet scent. So if you don't want something to throw you, like, in your face and be super pungent, this is one to consider if you can find it. Or just cut one of, like, the other brand's cubes in half, or just only use a cube or so, and you'll probably be fine. Sensationals Magic Spell. This is basically a shampoo, in my opinion. Yeah, it's like that watery, dewy, sort of nauseating shampoo sort of scent. That's all I'm going to say about it. And we're almost done, I promise. We have Sensationals Hideaway. This is Zesty Tangelo and Sea Salt. That's what it is. It's a citrusy sea salt scent, a little bit soapy, gives me a little reminder of Ozium. It's not bad. I'm not going to go running around trying to find more of this, but it was a nice one-off. Like I mentioned earlier, Lilac Blossoms, Yankee Candle. Usually I'm not a big fan of their wax melts. They seem to just, at least the older version ones, seem to do not so great. But their Lilac Blossom ones generally tend to work pretty well. I did have one that was, like, weirdly burnt smelling, but this one was fine. So if you want a lilac scent, though, it's pretty good choice to get. All right. Next we have In the Forest, Goose Creek. Hopefully my voice doesn't give out. This is a great, rich, deep, foresty scent. Very woodsy, little earthy, not too obnoxiously green tree or pine tree or dried leaf scent. Like, it's fresh, deep, earthy forest scent. And it's such a powerhouse of a scent. I love it. Like, 1 cube will do ya. Usually, like, I'll warm 1 or 2 cubes, depending. This one goes just fine with 1 cube. Morning Mist, Goose Creek. This is another good one. This is like a fresh, it's almost like you cleaned your carpet with, I don't know, Febreze or something. Like, it's like you just carpet washed your house and it smells like it. Like fresh, clean carpets or whatever smell. That sounds weird for something called Morning Mist, but it's like that. Not quite Febreze, because I feel like that's chemical sort of scented. It's just like carpet wash, like soap, sudsy, fresh carpets, maybe like that sort of sea saltiness is in there again as well, that mist, but it's a great performer and I enjoy it more than a lot of the other like sea salty-esque sort of scents. Last, we have The Smell of Winter from Aromatique. This is from the Macy's. That's where I got this. I don't know if Macy's makes it. It's an in-home or not, or just a random brand that was sold there, but oh, there's a website. Maybe I'll check that out. Anyways, so this is The Smell of Winter. I don't have the scent notes for it. But man, oh man, is this a beautiful scent. And if I could ever find more of these, I totally would. So maybe I'll go see if I can find this. Aromatique. Has anyone else tried this brand? Let me know in the comments. And finally, last but not least, is the Sense You Desire Shop Suds. And I picked up Abercrombie and Fitch Fierce, and it does smell like that. Is it an exact dupe? No, but it comes close enough, and it does that sort of cologne, masculine vibe that you want. I liked it. I wouldn't say it was the strongest or longest lasting performer, but it was a good one. I didn't mind it. And we made it. That is it. Good grief. Right at 60 minutes. Or 60 minutes, yeah. That is what an hour is. All right. So on that note, this hour of fun needs to come to an end because I need to get some water. But hopefully this was informative. Let me know if you've tried any of these waxes, what you think about them. And if you are new here, consider subscribing, thumbs upping the video, leave me a comment. What did you worm this week? Let me know in the comments below. Tell me, what did you like about it? What didn't you like? Did you worm something that I wormed? Did you worm something that you think I should try? Let me know. And I will see you guys in our next video. Take care. Bye.